Hey there, welcome to episode 40 of the Buy Me an Update audio program. I'm your host, Dan Hugo. We're recording this Sunday night, August 24th, 2025. It's 10:21 p.m. This episode will be published as usual Monday morning in the normal and other usual places. The summary for today's episode, titled YouTube Bugs. Unfortunately, I did not discover the YouTube bugs for podcast RSS feed uploads. They have been around for a while, but I did trip over them, and there they still are for months and months. That's always good. The links for today's episode are going to stay for this week, but they'll change next week. Buy Me a Coffee profile page. If you're not listening on Buy Me a Coffee, it's buymeacoffee.com/Dan Hugo. You can see where all of my audio programs are in general. A link to my coffee solo audio program, ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/danhugo/posts. If you would like to listen on either of the Buy Me a Coffee or ko-fi.com sites, you don't have to pay any money or anything. You can just listen there if you like, or you can visit the Spotify creators profile pages as linked. There you will find also links to the new websites and YouTube channels and Apple Podcasts and Amazon Podcasts and Spotify, etc., etc., etc. Last week, so I'll be rejiggering the links. Last week, Let's Innovate for Vegas was a collection of updates on this and that, or odds and ends if you read the title. Quaggling Sand was a walk down memory lane, not about employers this time, but places I have lived. FFS Talk was about the hype curve and where things like blockchain and the metaverse have been, while AI is moving along it. And Cafe Genius Impresarios was what might be a provocative first look at the Vegas bourgeoisie, the people in the moneyed decider class that are, I don't know about their decisions, could be a thing. Upcoming, one web page exists for each of the things that I publish. I had to get over the trying to be creative up front thing. So there is a functional but not pretty page to start with for each of the domains associated with all the programs. Except for Innovate for Vegas, that one already looks okay. And the behind the curtain details all sorted. Now we can get creative. So they work. The server works, the certificates for HTTPS, everything. Configurations and logging and all that. YouTube has a definite bugger feature, as I mentioned, where podcast episodes it pulls from RSS feeds. That part does seem to work so far, by the way. Get published as public videos that it creates. So very nice. One frame, the cover art is the video. And then it's in the podcast tab. But then for no apparent reason, sometime later, hours, this recent video is marked private and so not visible. And the podcast tab episode list places the new episode before the first episode, so way at the bottom, not at the top of the list, sorted by publication date. Very weird, something to fix, something I had to deal with through the YouTube data API call, so good times. And finally, next steps are to broaden non-audio engagement, thus the websites, and to continue our various efforts at Innovate for Vegas Foundation to establish our information sharing platform and its various parts. No WordPress here. So all of this is an ongoing super project of sorts. Stay tuned each day, each week for this continued evolution. And that is that. Don't forget to check out the websites for each. If you visit buymeacoffee.com/DanHugo, or if you're listening to this on buymeacoffee.com/DanHugo/posts, you're already halfway there. And there are now links to all of the new websites, the YouTube channels, the Spotify for Creators profile pages for each of the current audio programs. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great week. Take care.